Welcome back to our fifth and final day in our series on avoiding divorce and staying married, advice from a divorce lawyer. I'm Vanessa Gordon with Gordon Law in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I've been helping people navigate the end of their relationships for almost 20 years. But today and this week, I've been talking a little bit more about staying together, staying married, staying in a long-term relationship, and today is that final installment in that series. So today we're going to talk a little bit about growing together, growing as individuals. I think the one thing that is clear is that everything changes over time. People change, your circumstances change. I think we have a natural expectation or assumption that people grow together naturally, they stay close over time, but it does take work to do that, and it takes intention and focus. And so what I have seen for the people that have those successful long-term relationships is that they accept that change is going to happen and they take charge of that change and make it something they're intentionally focused on, both for themselves as individuals and then also looking at a couple or a relationship. So one thing that it's important to note is that if the law does need to apply, such as in a divorce or a partition of joint property if you weren't married, or if you're co-parenting a child and you weren't married, but if the law is looking at your relationship, the law is going to see it as a business relationship. And certainly there's more to that when it's a romantic or family type relationship, but there are parts and ways that it does make sense to view your long-term relationship in a business-like manner. And one of those ways that I've noticed is that most people want some level of growth and change, or some growth and change is going to happen naturally. What got you here isn't always going to get you to the next level, just like in a business or a career. And so I think the most successful, and what I've noticed to be true of the most successful long-term relationships and couples that I've seen, is that those parties to the relationship are looking for ways to individually continue moving forward and adapting and changing as time goes on and circumstances change. And so that means that they're not expecting their spouse to be everything. They're seeking ways to take care of themselves in healthy manners, making sure that their spouse is not their therapist, their best friend, their work partner, their personal trainer at the gym. They don't expect one person to fill all those roles, and they also don't expect, very, very healthily, they don't expect to fill all those roles for the other side of their relationship. And so they're seeking ways to grow individually through, reading or challenging themselves, running a half marathon, or meeting new people, or trying a new restaurant. But they're doing things that help them grow as an individual, both by themselves and also with their partner. So seeking fun and rewarding challenges, as well as facing the things that naturally life is going to throw your way, is a way to make sure that you continue to learn about each other, to give each other space and room to become someone who is a little bit different, a little bit better every day, and giving grace when those things fall short of the mark. So if you're focused on your own growth and focused on growing together as a couple, that tends to be a wonderful way to make sure that your 10th and 20th and 30th and 50th years together are wonderful and even better than maybe your first 6 months when the fantasy honeymoon phase is there. This is going to be the last installment of our 5-day Avoiding Divorce series, but I would love to hear from you. Did I miss something that is crucial to staying together? What advice is the best advice you've either received or the best advice you would give to someone who is seeking to maintain their marriage and avoid ending up in my office? Put your comments down below and let us know. And if you are in a position where you've grown apart instead of together and you're looking at a divorce in Nebraska, we hope you'd consider or recommend Gordon Law.